Venus saves one. One serving three. Match point number 2 for Martina Hingis. It'll be match point number 3 for Martina Hingis. This is a streak, 24 straight wins for the Castles. That does not want to die. And so we continue. 3-all. Match point number 4 for Martina Hingis. But also, this is a point for Venus Williams if she wins it to force that 13-point super tiebreaker. As if we don't have enough drama here tonight. He's trying to hit a huge first serve. Second serve coming up for Venus. And we go to a super tiebreaker. Venus Williams and the Castles trailed in the overall match score 19-13. They trailed by 6 games going into the 5th and final set. Williams has made up that deficit, and so we are all even 20-20, and we will play a 13-point super tiebreaker. First to 7 points takes all here tonight in Troy, New York. And it'll still be as if they haven't had enough of each other. Well, Martina Hingis has probably had enough of Venus Williams right now, but if they haven't had enough of each other, it'll still be Venus Williams and Martina Hingis. Again, at stake for the Sport Times, a chance to really solidify themselves as prime contenders in that Eastern Conference, to tell Washington, hey, don't etch your name on the trophy just yet. And for New York, a chance to get closer to clinching a playoff spot for the first time since they won the Eastern Conference in 2010. If they win tonight, they'd have a 3-game lead over Philadelphia for a final playoff spot with 5 matches remaining. For Washington, they'd be clear 5 games of Philadelphia for a second playoff spot, with at least the second playoff spot with 5 matches left to go. So the Castles with a win tonight would all but solidify themselves into championship weekend World Team Tennis down in South Carolina in September. Be a formality for what a lot of people are, a lot of fans are concerned. The Castles having a tremendous season, but if they win tonight, you got to wonder, when will this streak and how will it end if it doesn't end tonight? So it all comes down to these next 13 points. Hingis or Venus, first to win 7 of them, takes the match for their town. Hingis misses wide in the alley. And I think one of the things that Chuck Adams tried to do during that stoppage in between overtime and the tiebreaker, trying to calm down Martina Hingis, who showed some visible signs of frustration here in these later games. Hingis closed in on the net but couldn't get that volley down, and Venus wins the 2 points off Hingis' serve. And now she'll serve a pair of her own here. Venus Williams with the cross-court forehand winner. 3-love here in the top break. Now keep in mind the home team gets to select the order of play. Chuck Adams possibly picked women's singles last, so Martina Hingis could be the anchor. Instead, not only has Venus Williams been the anchor, she's been the comeback train for the Castles. For love. And the Washington Castles are closing in on pulling one out of a hat. I mean, I don't even think Houdini had this could have been escape if the Castles can pull this off here tonight. Wednesday against Sacramento, the Castles trailed by 2 games with 2 events left. And it was Rodionova that night that won back-to-back events in women's singles and mixed doubles to help lead the comeback train. But tonight it's Venus Williams. 5-love. Williams over Hingis here in this super tiebreaker, first to 7 points. Got a piece of the line. 6-0. And so Venus Williams will be the beneficiary of 7 match points if she needs all 7 of them. But as we change over, she hopes that she could finish it off right here. The Castles dug themselves a hole, but Venus Williams has done a great job of getting them back out of it. And now she's 1 point away from putting them on top for good in an unbelievable comeback. And so the legend continues. 25 straight for the Washington Castles. as they come back, trailing by 6 games going into the final set. Behind Venus Williams leading the comeback train, the Castles come from behind and win it 21-20. Venus Williams wins 5-1 over Martina Hingis in women's singles, 2-0 in overtime, and then 7-0 in the super tiebreaker to keep the streak going for the Castles. They improve to now 9-0 on the season. They will play Kansas City at home tomorrow, where the Sport Times fall to 6-3, and they will head out to Boston to meet the Lobsters tomorrow as well. What a night of World Team Tennis coming up. We have some interviews in the post-game wrap-up after this. Stay with us here on WTT.com. We welcome you back to Troy, New York. An incredible comeback for the Washington Castles to win their 25th straight match, and leaning on the bench there about having to come back from that hole.
You know, I think my whole team believed in me, and I'm really glad that I was able to play last because, you know, it's great in the singles match. You're really in control of it, and I've played Martina so many times. I felt like I still knew her game. I'm sure she still knew mine, and you know, it was just a zone. Everybody on the bench was there for me, and I just tried to, you know, play from within, and it's just unbelievable to do that on team.
And you mentioned you've had obviously a lot of meetings with Martina. What changed here to allow you to get on such a roll late, especially in those pressure points?
Well, I mean, I was inspired by our streak. I'm thinking I have to do whatever I can, and you know, I don't get to play team tennis every week, but when I'm here, I try to give everything for the team. So I was just trying to give it all to keep our streak alive.
What's the most fun thing about World Team Tennis? I mean, we saw a lot of it here tonight with the atmosphere and the team unity, but what for you, coming here and playing World Team Tennis, what's the most fun part for you?
I love my team. Coming back every year. Mark On is really the best owner, I think a role model for WTT owners. He makes the game great. He loves the game, and it's amazing. So I think all of those things, you know, and of course the people here in the stands, I don't think one person left. That was really motivating too. So I loved World Team Tennis.
Now this must be a fantastic tune-up for you to get ready to head back over to England coming up for the Olympics. How proud of you and how special is it to represent the United States at the Olympics?
Well, you know, I've got one more tomorrow. So in D.C. going back home, but I'm so excited. I mean, my nails are red, white, and blue. I changed my jewelry to be red, white, or blue, and my hair is red, white, and blue. So I'm ready to represent the U.S. in the Olympics and give it my all. I'm so excited.
I heard you have a special outfit for everyone as well that you helped design. Is that true?
Absolutely. You know, I'm lead designer at 11, and it's a lot of fun to kind of see my dreams come true in the clothes. So we got red, white, blue, and of course gold. I'll do my best to make my country proud, but obviously competing already is a win, so I'm going to try to take it a step further.
Well, congratulations on tonight, 25 straight now for Washington. Good luck tomorrow, and best of luck representing the U.S. in the Olympics.
Thanks.
All right, that was Venus Williams with us here tonight. We'll let you go, Venus. Thank you very much. 21-20, the Washington Castles come back to defeat the New York Sport Times here tonight. A fantastic evening of World Team Tennis, and that'll just about wrap things up here from Troy, New York. For our entire WTT.com crew, I'm Craig D'Amico. Be sure to check us out. More live stream action tomorrow here on WTT.com. Until then, good night from the Empire State.